Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Nurture by Nature, the art of growing mushrooms. Hello, everyone. My name is Tay Faye, and I will be your lecturer for this course. I created this course because I believe in the art of growing mushrooms, the power behind mushrooms, and the intellect in mushrooms, and how it can benefit us all. We are in a wonderful shift, a wonderful era in life. And I believe that mushrooms are going to solve a lot of our answers and just overall be our teachers and help us when it comes to evolving and evolution. So let's get into this course. This is module one. Oh, we're going to go back. Welcome to your connection back to nature. Healing through growing Earth's medicine. So, welcome, beautiful souls. I am so grateful you are here. This course is more than just a guide to growing mushrooms, it's an invitation to slow down, root into intentions, and deepen your relationship with nature and yourself. My journey into the world of mushrooms began through the realm of psychedelics, and it opened me up to parts of my spirit I didn't even know were waiting to be found. Working with mushrooms has helped me heal, release, and reconnect, not just through ceremony, but through the simple sacred act of growing. Y'all, I really love growing mushrooms. I truly, like I said, believe in the power of mushrooms. I feel like mushrooms help you connect back with nature. In a world full of technology, we have kind of gotten away of what connecting with nature even feels like and what it looks like. And I believe that growing something really does help you set intentions because we as people, we are growing ourselves, we are evolving ourselves. And I believe that growing something is a great symbolic way of being able to see that growth. We see ourselves growing all the time, but being able to really connect with something and watch it grow helps us grow internally. It helps us know that we can accomplish things, that we can take care of things, that we can have responsibility. So, in this course, you'll learn how to cultivate your own mushrooms at home, step by step. But more importantly, you'll learn how to approach this practice with care, presence, and purpose. Whether you're here to explore healing, deepen your meditation, practice, or reconnect with magic of the earth, this journey is yours. May each spore you plant be a seed of transformation. Let's grow together. Y'all, I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited to watch you all go through this process. Meet your guide. Hello, my name is Tay Faye. I'm a herbalist, a Reiki healer, and a psychedelic integration coach. And what that overall just means is that I help people understand the realm of psychedelics. I help them with dosing. I help them with knowledge in just overall connecting with the medicine and also integrating it into their life, into their daily life. Because, you know, I believe in the power of herbal medicine and connecting back with the earth and healing through the earth because the earth has so many benefits, has so many different things that is growing naturally that it's beneficial to us as humans. We are earth, we are nature. All in all, I am a holistic healer and I'll be your guide on this journey of reconnecting with nature through sacred practices of growing your own food and medicine. My path into mushroom realm began about 8 years ago, sparked a deep curiosity and a calling to understand the hidden wisdom of earth. Since then, my connection with mushrooms has grown in a lifestyle rooted in healing, intention, and reverence. Through this course, my mission is to help destigmatize the fear and misinformation around mushrooms and herbal medicine so that we can return to our roots, restore our relationship with the natural world, and remember medicine has always been with us. I was watching, I believe it's Fantastic Fungi with Paul Stemites and some of his other workers or people who he's connected with, some other mycologists and people who work with mushrooms. These people were very knowledgeable in mushrooms, had created this documentary called Fantastic Fungi. I definitely highly recommend that you all, my students, my lovely, lovely students, watch that video or that, excuse me, that documentary. It's like a movie, but it's pretty dope. It goes through how mushrooms grow, how mushrooms are connected to everything, how mushrooms are connected to the trees, the earth, and literally how it's the start and the beginning and end to everything in life. Isn't that amazing? So I took this, I was watching it and I took this quote from it. Mushrooms represent rebirth, regeneration, and rejuvenation. And I said that one guy on Fantastic Fungi because I did not catch his name. So I just, I put that one guy, that one guy from band camp. you know. But yeah, let's continue. Let's continue. So, what you're going to be learning in this course, you're going to be learning how to grow your own mushrooms with intention and confidence. Students will understand the full process of cultivating mushrooms at home, from preparing substrates to harvesting, while learning to approach the practice with care, patience, and presence. So, you're going to learn how to grow your mushrooms with intention. I believe that growing mushrooms is a ritual, it is a sacred practice that you should be able to connect with the mushrooms, listen to the mushrooms, hear the mushrooms, all of it. All of it, all that good shit. I will be cussing throughout this course. So if you are sensitive to that, then I suggest that you become unsensitive. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but it's gonna be a little bit I cuss like a sailor. Okay. Reconnect with nature through a sacred growing practice. Students will explore how growing mushrooms can be a meditative healing act that helps them slow down, tune in, and rebuild their relationship with earth and themselves. Excuse me. So, yeah, reconnect with nature through a sacred growing practice. Like I said, reconnecting back to your roots, reconnecting back with yourself through mushrooms. Growing mushrooms definitely helps you build that symbiotic relationship with earth, and it helps you speak to earth in a different way. You get to, like I said, speak to your mushrooms, talk to your mushrooms, have conversations with them, because when you talk to your plants, they hear you. They are living, breathing organisms, and they hear. We are all connected, intercosmetically connected. We are one. We are very much so one. And through our energy, we connect with each other. So your mushrooms will be able to feel your energy. If you're sad, your mushrooms can feel that. If you're happy, your mushrooms can feel that. So you want to make sure you're setting intentions in something that you're going to be ingesting in your body. All right. Integrate their harvest into wellness and inner healing. So, after your grow is complete, students will learn how to intentionally use their mushrooms, whether for meditation, emotional release, herbal teas, spiritual rituals, turning your harvest into a tool for ongoing healing and reflection. So once you grow your mushrooms and harvest your mushrooms with intention, and after you put all your love and care and emotion and needs and all that good stuff, after you do all of that, you are going to integrate this into your life by doing different recipes, making different tinctures, making different herbal teas, making different um you know treats and things like that. I like to make different treats with my mushrooms. I love to cook mushrooms. I love making drinks out of mushrooms. There's so many different things that you can do. And I'm also going to give y'all a little treat at the end of this by giving y'all a couple of different of my secret. Don't nobody know the recipes to this secret recipes that I have in my little storage pot, my little bag. Mary Poppins in this BRTCH. All right. Yeah, I know we're moving kind of fast through this because I don't want this to be a long course. I want you all to get the information. And growing mushrooms is fairly easy. Like once you get it, got it, I just want you all to know that growing mushrooms with intentions is going to be very beneficial for you because it really does help you connect with your medicine. Okay. What is a mushroom? What is a mushroom? What is that? What is a mushroom? A mushroom is the fruiting body of a fungus, just like a flower is to a plant. Wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. While what we see above ground is the mushroom, most of the organism lives underground as a network called mycelium. This mycelia network connects with the earth, trees, and plants, playing a powerful role in communication, healing, and regeneration in nature. All right. Mushrooms are living teachers, ancient allies. They have helped humans connect with cycles of life, nature, and spirit. Whether used for food, medicine, or spiritual insight, mushrooms invite us to slow down, pay attention, and grow with intention. Mhm. Mushrooms are a fantastic organism. It does so much. It literally helps us expand, in so many different ways, whether it comes to our health, whether it comes to our psyche, whether it just comes to our overall physical anatomy. Mushrooms are there. They have been there. They have been there for ancient times, through ancient times. And I truly, you know, when I first got into learning about mushrooms, I was learning so many different things that it really helped me understand how, we are even more connected to each other, just off of how when an animal dies, for example, mold, or excuse me, fungi, literally, well, when we see like fruit, mold is growing on it. Decay is literally fungus. So when the fungus takes over, it's literally eating it, and then it feeds the mycelium in the ground. And what this does is feed the soil, and then it fertilizes the soil so the soil can grow more, either more mushrooms or more, more food, or it just nurtures the soil or feeds the trees. And yeah, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna continue because I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole. I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole. All right. So here are going to be some materials that we will be using in this course. Spore syringe or liquid culture. We're going to be working mostly with spore syringes, though. We're not going to really worry about liquid cultures right now. That'll be in a different course. Substrate materials. It just depends on the mushroom species, but we are going to be growing medicinal mushrooms. At least I think some of us want to practice growing medicinal mushrooms, or you can start growing gourmet mushrooms. It's very similar in the way that we practice growing them. Brown rice flour or vermiculite, cocoa cure, which you will be using. You will be using vermiculite as well. Hardwood pellets, straw. This is if you want to grow more gourmet mushrooms, not necessarily medicinal. Pressure cooker, a large pot. I like to use a large pot for my sterilization. Alcohol spray, 70%, or you could get 90%. Either one is fine. The more sterilized, the better, because mushrooms love a sterile environment. Mason jars or grow bags. We're going to be using grow bags. Okay. That's what I've been practicing. I have not practiced in mason jars yet. I do plan on doing that. I believe that in mason jars it grows a little bit quicker, but I like using the grow bag because I feel like it's just easy for me personally. But you can practice in growing in mason jars. You inoculate it pretty much the very same way. Um then gloves, face masks, and we got to make sure we're keeping things sterile, sterile, sterile. Markers or labels to keep track of dates and strains because you're going to need to know what you're growing, right? Okay, moving onward. All right. So, as I was saying before, we're going to be practicing with spore syringes. There's spore syringes, then there's culture syringes. All right. And I want to make sure you know what you're getting when you do order these things and you start to order them. A spore syringe is a sterile solution, typically distilled water containing millions of microscopic spores. Spores are the reproductive cells of fungi, similar to plant seeds. All right. This is the beginning of all mushrooms. This is the beginning of all mushrooms. A culture syringe, a liquid culture, is a sterile, nutrient rich broth that already contained and is actively growing mushroom mycelium. It is made by introducing a small, clean sample of mycelium from agar plate, for example, into nutrient solution. Okay, the biggest difference is this is living. The culture syringe here is living. The mycelium has not activated yet, so it hasn't inoculated yet, so it hasn't started the process yet. This is basically already started the process. With these, you want to make sure that when you're using the culture syringe, you want to make sure that it is very, 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 very much so. These can sometimes be more higher risk for contamination, so you want to make sure it is very much so sterile. And a sports syringe is usually less likely to be contaminated because it hasn't started the process yet. So, um, with this, you want to make sure that it is sterile as well, but usually, typically, it already comes that way. Okay. I have not used culture syringes. I've not dwelled into that yet. I'm still learning myself when it comes to these things, but I have grown mushrooms um, successfully on multiple occasions. Which is why I create this course, because I feel like we can learn together, grow together, and y'all are getting a beautiful, 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 beautiful course. Okay. I put a lot of my heart and soul into this course. All right. Like I said before, substrates. Different mushrooms grow in different substrates. So we are here sawdust, usually more gourmet mushrooms. Manure, usually more psychedelic medicinal mushrooms. Coffee grounds, I have not used that. Wood chips, usually gourmet. Soybean hull, cocoa coir, which you will see some of these things in our lesson, because we will be using some of these things. Not poop. We won't be using the poop. Not yet, anyway. I have not used poop, but it's funny enough, you can buy manure compost, obviously, right? But you can buy that online and grow your own. I just have not did that yet because that sounds stinky. But maybe one day when I have more space to do that and I don't have to worry about like poop. Okay. Origins and traditional use. The origins. Honey mushrooms have been around forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Yes, they have been around since the beginning of time. They have been around longer than humans. I'm saying humans because humans. All right. Ancient roots. Mushrooms have been used by humans for thousands of years across many cultures. Evidence of rituals and medicinal use dates back to cave art in Spain, over 6,000 years old. Fungi were often seen as sacred messengers connecting humans with nature and spirit. Medicinal and spiritual roles used for healing the body, immune health, vitality, energy, used for healing the spirit, vision quests, ceremonies, intuition rituals. Mushrooms symbolize rebirth, transformation, and connection to the unseen world. That is a beautiful, beautiful experience. But you can go beyond the veil of life and what you perceive life as. I think that is the most beautiful experience. I know it is because I've experienced it myself. And I can tell you, we all have hidden worlds deep inside of us, and we are able to go beyond the ego, go beyond what we know, go beyond what we see, go beyond what we feel on a day-to-day basis. Then we can expand in ways that are unimaginable to the conscious mind, because we go into the subconscious and we are able to grasp and see and feel and experience things that we cannot feel, because the ego has diluted a lot of those things in this experience. And it's not because the ego is against us necessarily, it's just because in the society that we live in, the ego is fed mostly and focused on mostly in this American, if you're in America right now, in this American society. We live in a patriarchal society where it's very imbalanced when it comes to how we look at feminine energy. And the feminine is our creativity, our sexuality, our how we our intuition, how we tune into ourselves, how we listen to ourselves. That is important. That is important. And mushrooms can help guide you there. A lot of us are afraid to step our foot into the unknown, but honey, once you step your foot into the unknown, there are so many things there that will enchant you, enchant your mind, enchant your life, and bring things to your life that you didn't even know you could do on your own without answering or asking anyone but yourself. All right? Indigenous and culture practices, Mesoamerica, Maya, and Aztec. Psilocybin mushrooms are called, I cannot pronounce that. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Teonanacatl. Teonanacatl. That's the best I'm going to do with that. Flesh of the gods, and used in ceremonies for healing, divination, and communication with the divine. Siberian tribes, Amanita muscaria, which we will discuss a little bit. I have for everyone who takes this course, I will be sending out some Amanita muscaria gummies and samples for you all to try. So just make sure that you're emailing me your address, your wherever you want me to send these gummies, because I want you all to try them and experience them. This is for free. It's included in this experience. All right. But Amanita muscaria is the Super Mario mushroom, and it is very similar to how psilocybin affects the body, but is not as intense. It's a little more grounded in its experience, but it definitely still can give you those enlightened visions or vibrant moments and euphoric experiences. And even more so, if you are intentional with your medicine, then it can even take you deeper into your subconscious mind. But through, of course, with intention comes focus and comes concentration and meditation usually. All right. And tapping into that creativity. Okay. China and Japan medicinal mushrooms like reishi and shiitake were value, longevity, vitality, and spiritual balance. Honey, if you are dealing with some type of, for my men's in my course, because I know it's some men's up in her. For my men's in my course, if you're dealing with any type of libido issues, baby, mushrooms are going to be your best friend. All right. Boosting the libido, helping that stamina. If you cannot last long in the bedroom, no shade to you, my friend. Because, we live in a quick society. Everything's given to us quickly. Instant gratification is quick. Sometimes we don't even appreciate and enjoy the moments that are necessary for us to enjoy, such as our unified moments, are moments where we are using a lot of our energy and our power. Okay, when you are involved with another person and you decide to share each other's energy and exchange each other's energy, it takes energy to give energy. Okay, and when you have that stamina and that vitality, you yourself are even satisfied. You can satisfy others, and you yourself can be satisfied as well. Okay. Care. compassion, love, empathy, affirmations, baby. Affirmations all day. We all have it internally. Some of us should be a little bit more aware of that. But also, we got to give ourselves grace because we're all where we need to be. Okay. Love yourself, my brother. Origins and traditional use. Native American cultures like Mayas and Aztecs had symbols, statues, and paintings which indicate that they are consumed or that they consume psilocybin mushrooms, especially during religious rituals as a way to communicate with deities. The flesh of the gods, or Tio Nanakat, as the Aztec called them, is believed to be a type of magic mushroom. Other tribes originating in South America, such as Nuahu, Mazatec, excuse me if I'm pronouncing these wrong, y'all. Oh, excuse me. Some of y'all might know, y'all might be some history majors. Y'all might know. Some of y'all might know exactly how to pronounce these things. I'm sorry if I'm, bashing it up. Mazatec, Mixtec, and Zapatec were also involved in mushroom use for similar reasons. So some of these are tribes. And this just lets you know how very resourceful and magical mushrooms really are, because even in ancient times, they were using these mushrooms to connect with the spiritual realm. And because they were using this, they were able to evolve and get certain messages and answers that they may have needed answers to be able to survive, or be able to expand, or be able to understand more in this physical realm, or even just overall manifest anything that we envision in our spiritual minds. We can bring here to the physical realm. We just have to know that it's real. It's not just hoopity doopity boopity. Magic is real. Okay. Magic is manifestation. Magic is a woman giving birth. Magic is in the power for a whole one little seed to grow a whole damn tree, and it be bearing fruit that could fill a whole damn village. That is magic. That is God. That is goddess. That is the divinity in life and living. And people be so quick to talk about God, but aren't connected to the things around them. God is in you. God is in love. God, this is inside of all of us. God and God is the divine union. All right. You cannot have one without the other. Like I said, we are born in a patriarchal society. And it's so funny how mushrooms, to me, in my opinion, have a phallus look and are very connected to the penis. In my opinion, there's a strain some of us may know called penis envy, a psychedelic strain, and this mushroom looks very much like a penis. Most mushrooms do, right? But it looks like a penis, and you ingest it, you put it inside of you, and you connect with the feminine, which is the intuition, which is the spirit. That is unity. That is power. That is literally the masculine and feminine working inside of you. It's beautiful. It's magic. It's love. People, love. Love, 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 love makes the world go round. Okay. All right. So this right here is in which I will have a PDF for you all. This right here is going to be your reference link. The mushroom spores, or where you're going to get your spores. Okay. This is something included in here. I'm giving y'all a key. Okay. You can make a whole business out of this if you know, you know. You can also get spores, in which I will put the link for that as well, from North Spore if you want to grow more gourmet mushrooms that are edible. All mushrooms are pretty much edible, besides the ones that are poisonous and will probably kill you. Pressure cooker, a large pot, Amazon. You could get most of this stuff on Amazon. Substrate material. You can also get on Eden spores. That's wrong. Your substrate material is Boomer Stroomer, and I will correct that. That is very wrong. We will put the link for that. Alcohol spray, you can get from Dollar Tree. Gloves, face masks, you can go to Walmart. Get that Dollar Tree, Amazon. Marker, labels, Dollar Tree, Amazon. Y'all grown. Come on now. I know, you know. You if you know, you know. Like you can get a lot of this stuff. I do not have to put the link for that stuff because it is very easily findable, reachable. If you I will have a link for it though, just because I love y'all and I know some people have trouble finding things. And maybe you just, want to look quick links. Something you could click quickly and get to. And some people just want what I use. Like, no, I want exactly what you got. All right. That's cool too. I'm gonna be your mother mushroom fairy for this whole course. Call me Mother Mushroom Fairy. And then your grow bags, I will link to Boomer Shroomer, who we will be using some of her products. And I believe I linked her video for growing mushrooms on here. Y'all, this video is a great video to have because she pretty much shows you the whole process. But this course, I want you all to know how to grow with intention, how to grow with love, and overall just how to understand a little bit more. I'm providing a little bit more information in here for you all because there are some trials and tribulations that you do go through that I learned from with growing mushrooms that um I've been able to learn from and grow from it. And now I know how to utilize the information that I know. All right, setting an intention for your grow. So before you even begin your grow, I want you all to meditate on what you want your yield to look like. Meditate on how you want to connect with your mushrooms. What are some things you want to receive from your mushrooms? Meditate on what you want them to look like, taste like, what all of that. All of these things you are able to pour your energy and focus, and what you're doing is you're really just sending love. You're sending love and energy to your mushrooms, and they can feel it. Mushrooms can feel it, and they know, just like when you walk into a room and you don't feel safe and you don't feel good when you're around energy that doesn't feel the best, some may call negative energy. That they can feel that too. They can also feel that too. So here's some affirmations before you even begin, so you can have a clear mind, a set intentful. That's a made up word. An intentional mindset. All right. Affirmations such as I nurture these mushrooms, I also nurture myself with patience, presence, and love. We grow together. Why am I choosing to grow? Why are you thinking? Why do you want to grow? What is your purpose for growing? Is for healing, creativity, connection to nature, or curiosity, right? What will be my intentions for growing? Do I want to cultivate patience and mindfulness or deepen my relationship with the earth? Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Okay. What is your intentions for growing? What do you want to experience out of this growth? How do I hope this experience will transform me? In what ways do I want to grow alongside what I'm cultivating? So, in as you're growing your mushrooms, think about how you yourself want to grow as a person. Is there a habit you want to break? Is there a goal that you want to obtain? Is there an accomplishment you want to set for yourself? So, grow with your mushrooms so that y'all can connect even more together. As your mushrooms grow, you are growing and accomplishing something in it, and it in turns will all come together for you, especially when you actually experience your mushroom once you harvest them. What energy am I bringing into my growth space? Remember, your plants feel you. Approach them with care, gratitude, and love. As I say, make sure that you are experiencing your mushrooms, loving them, sending love to them. And when I say make sure you're experiencing them, I mean make sure you are actually connecting with them and experiencing their growth, experiencing how they can teach you, in what ways they can evolve. because we're connected. Those are, look, listen, y'all. My activation words for myself is evolution, evolve. Y'all will hear me say that probably a million times. Shift. Those are my activation words, yo. I have to say them. I have to say them. All right. And here are some important links we will be using. All right, the first video is a mushroom documentary, and I believe the second video is just about mushrooms growing. That last video is or excuse me, it's not a video, but it's an article um on what a mushroom is, and just, a little bit of information for you all if you are interested in checking that out. I also have another very useful link. I thought this article was pretty interesting. Tripping Through Time, the fascinating history of magic mushrooms. If you want to know more about the tradition and origins of mushrooms, then this is going to be a great article for you to read. So, but that is the end of module 1, you all. I am so excited to continue this course. So click over to module 2 and we will begin talking more about our mushroom journey and get into understanding the life cycle of the mushroom. Love you all. Peace to you all. And take your time with this course. Do not think you have to rush through this course. I will, of course, be here for, this is not a in-person course or anything of that nature, but I will always be here for questions if you need it. I will be doing once a week Q&As for any people who have any questions about their journey or about anything that I just spoke on, about any of the modules, or if you just want to learn more about me as a person, then definitely don't be afraid to email me, and we can set up and schedule, even if you need some personal information for yourself, then I will be available for one-on-one sessions as well. But thank you all for supporting me. Thank you all for listening and experiencing mushrooms, because mushrooms are going to be the healers of this world. Okay. As mushrooms heal us, we heal the world, we heal Earth. Earth is going through a crazy, crazy time right now, and not in a negative way, but in a way where she's being cleansed. She is coming back to balance. A new era is beginning, and mushrooms are going to help us enter into that new era. All right. Thank y'all so much. I love you. Peace to you all.